Daniel Cardona. I'm the engineer here at Universal Punch. When you get the gauge in the box, you have to unpack it and replace every component as shown in this video right now. You have the scanner display on top and then the laser scale at the bottom. In order to activate the laser, you have to make sure you have your key, and that will activate, turn on the laser itself. Once you turn on the display for the scale, just hit CE and it'll stop it from moving. It all depends how you have your scale set up. You can zero it out, and with the knob adjust the distances how you want it. The system's going up to a setup right now. Once all the 8 numbers are done, we will see numbers there. The system ready. There's an error because there's no component where the laser needs to be. When I put my finger there, just for demonstration, you can see the digital going to the top. If you see an error, make sure that your covers are open and not blocking the scans. When it gets shipped out, it's going to be covering the scans to make sure there's no dirt or anything gets on it. Once you uncrate everything, the most important thing is to make sure you have isolated pads underneath, which will be provided in the box. And 4 locations. And just make sure it's not around any vibration of the machines or anything like that, because any vibration will go all the way through the system, through the gauge anyway. And then you're ready to assemble the rest of the components once you're happy with the location where you want it at. When you uncrate your gauge, unpackage everything, first thing you want to do is take out your knob, which will have provided a driver for it to screw it in. That way it will be easier to move your slide over. First thing you want to do is locate your display for your scale. Plug in what the power is. Plug in the connector. And make sure it's on the X. Make sure you have the screw in, otherwise it'll be too loose and somebody by mistake might hit the connector out. And that's ready to be plugged in. Next thing you want to do is have your display for your scanner. Plug in your power. Now this is your cable that goes from your display to the scanner. And it only fits in one location. Again, just make sure screw it down. Have it nice and tight. Run the cable to the back, and this goes to the back of the scanner. Remove the tape where the cover is for your scanner. So just slide back. Get your key, and you're ready to go. That's all you need.
You're on.
Okay, you're gonna have two masters, a short one and a long one. Each one is certified, and you have a form that goes along with it. In order to set up calibrate the machine, use your master. You will have to move the back stationary center. And make sure it's secure. Make sure to screw down all the 4 screws. They won't move. If you need some pressure, the back end has a little spring, you can adjust it.
Okay.
You're gonna have 2 masters, a short one and a long one. This is allow you to set up to make sure everything's calibrated correctly. In order to set it up, you're gonna have to adjust your station, your movable live center into position, and make sure everything is locked in place before you do any movement. As you can see, the laser is doing segment 3, which is the run out. There is 2 blades on the bottom. There's a short one and a long one. That's going to be part of the package. Depends on what you want to use. In order to check for run out on a component, you have to make sure it's segment 3. If you just want to do diameter checkout, it has to be segment 2, and everything is already set up to check the parts.
Okay, stop.
Once you verify that it is calibrated, make sure it's set to segment 3 to do the run out. Forgot to mention, make sure that the master is nice and clean. Otherwise, any dust or anything is going to give you a false reading. And we recommend using a little bit of grease at the back end of tailstock. The tailstock is dead, so we recommend using a little bit of grease in there. As you can see, we are checking the run out, and it's 1/10 or less. And this checking 50 scans per rotation. And as you verify, just keep repeating. I have it a continuous run that is going to keep scanning. But if you want to just do a single run, there's the button. If the run by itself, and it gives you the reading. To continue repeating, just hit the run. $15 run-ins. But if you like, you can hit the C run, which is continuous run, and that will continue scanning every 50 as the part is turning. We have a drive dog with different hole locations. Depends on the type of turbine you have. This will fit inside where the blades are at. In order to change the location, unscrew, loosen the screw, move the pin over, tighten the screw up, and you're ready to go. Once everything is already set up and you're ready to check the part, make sure that the pin that's in the blade. What you do is set up your measurements of what you want to straighten it up, hit 0. That way, if you have a distance and you need to make sure that you run out, turn on the part. You can see the part rotating. Hit run. And that will give you the run out of that shank. In order to move it to different location, you can see that it's rotating at, say, if I want it at an inch distance. Hit the run out again, or run part. And you can see that that part is out 9.5, 10 thousandths. Now to do the next part, do it several times, that way you can get an average reading of what the run is going to be. Turn off the part, remove the component, get your next one, set it up again, mount it, turn on your power to rotate the part, and if you see an error, just hit clear. Sorry. One of the was in the way, that's where you get the error. Hit run. 6.5. Do it several times, that way you can get an average reading. It's repeating 6.5. That's a 7. Go back to 0 if you have the same distance before. We recommend doing it a couple of times, that way you get an average of what your run out is going to be. And that's how you do a setup.
Measurement.
Or measurement, sorry. Now we're going to measure a bigger size. We have to move the tailstock back. We have to move the knife edge away. We have to adjust the drive dog in order to get the right location. Just loosen it, move it up to the top location, because we are making checking a bigger part. And then lock it in place. Get your part. Line it up in the hole. Adjust your tailstock. Make sure you lock it in place before you move your hand out of the way. Adjust your knife location of where you want to check. for the run out, lock it in place, and you're ready to go. Now you're ready to check for run out. Got the car rotating. This is showing 4,510. It's repeating. Go to the other laser measurement you want to take. You have 7/10 and 7/1000. You see that it's repeating. Take several times, that way you get an average. And you can see that's repeating between 6 and 7 thousandths. Could be an issue of straightness also in this part.